When I started this journey, I made a commitment to myself that I would be honest with you guys about every detail on the journey to becoming a full-time real estate investor, the good, bad, and ugly. Well, here it is. I started documenting my story about 44 days ago, and a little over a month in, I have made 4 offers in the past 3 weeks on solid properties that would have been legitimate good flips or good BRRRR strategy properties, and I failed on every single one of them. So in this video, I'm gonna break down what I've learned so far. Hopefully it'll be valuable information for you. Check it out. Welcome back to the Money Metcon. If this is your first time tuning in, this show is about how we get our money working hard for us instead of us working hard for our money, particularly using real estate. So obviously, especially in this market, the good news is I am actually finding deals with the help of a few mentors. The problem is every time I make an offer, my offer is not strong enough. So the question I'm now asking, and need to really conquer this question to start real estate investing, is how do I make an offer that wins? I'm gonna keep this short, sweet, and to the point. Here are the 3 things that I've learned so far about making offers. The first thing that I learned is wholesalers can tend to grossly underestimate the rehab costs. Now, I'm not throwing all wholesalers under the bus. This is just my experience, but it is a common theme that I've noticed among other investors in the industry. Now, I learned this lesson because the first property that we made an offer on, we actually did go under contract on the property, and the wholesaler kind of made some estimates and said, hey, I think it's gonna be right around $30,000 to rehab this property and have it either rent ready or flip ready. But once we got our contractor in there, it turned out that it was over $60,000 to do a rehab on that property. If you wanna check out the property I'm talking about, it was completely destroyed. I'll actually link it up here. But the question we have to ask is, why are wholesalers underestimating rehab costs? The reason is pretty simple, and it makes sense. When a wholesaler finds a house and goes under contract on the house, there's typically like a 7 or 10 day period that they have where they need to assign that contract to a cash buyer. Because there's that short window, the wholesaler's job is to make that property look as attractive as possible to the end buyer, which is where things get a little hairy, because this is where they want to bring down the estimated rehab costs to make it look like an attractive property for the buyer. So make sure when you're doing this to do your due diligence on all the rehab costs to make sure you're still getting a good deal. Don't just take the wholesaler's word for it. Real quick, if this is helpful and you wanna come along on this journey with me, hit that subscribe button. Let's keep rolling. The second thing I learned is this: 2 of the 4 properties that we put offers on were properties on a public platform like MLS or Zillow or Redfin, whatever it may be. And in this scenario, I learned that I'm going to have to come in anticipating a tremendous amount of competition for this property. This goes for both investors or really anyone who's trying to buy a house right now. When there is a house on a public platform, you need to go ahead and expect that you're going to have to put an offer in that is at least asking price, but almost definitely over asking price in this market. The reason for this is that there are a lot of investors out there that are willing to leave a lot of money in these deals to get the properties under contract and bought. I am not willing to do that, so these other buyers with more money to spare come in and they outbid me. That's just been the facts on these 2 MLS properties. Also, a quick tip: if there's a property that's been sitting on the market for like 30 plus days or something, it's not gonna be a good deal. If you think about it, there are thousands of eyes looking at public platforms for properties and good deals, and if there's been one that's been sitting there for literally a month, it's probably not a good deal, so be aware of that. This brings me to my last point, and after 4 failed offers, I think legitimately this is the best advice that I can give you so far. When you get rejected on offers, this will happen to you. You will want to get eager, you'll get frustrated, and you will want to just take a deal and get in the market. This is a really bad idea. So point number 3 is you have got to stay disciplined and stay patient. The worst thing I could have done in any one of these situations is get eager, and as I'm failing on a contract or getting outbidded, just say, hey, throw an extra 5 or 7 grand in this deal because I wanna lock something in, and then on the back end, pay for it when I have to pay way over budget and I'm gonna be out of pocket way more than I wanted to be. Do not get eager, do not pull the trigger and get into a bad deal just because you wanna get in the game. Any investor that you talk to who knows what they're doing will tell you that the biggest mistake an investor can make is to get emotionally attached, to get frustrated and make irrational decisions. So be patient, the next deal is coming. Let me know down in the comments if you are wanting to become a real estate investor or you already are a real estate investor. What are the main things that you've learned? I hope this video has been helpful. We'll catch you on the next one.